Hello. I'm trying to be a little quiet because Kurt's in the other room sleeping. Got the door shut, but I'll probably still wake him up anyway. But I gotta make soap. Soap triumphs everything. Alright, so we're doing Australian bush. I read on the soap group that it seizes, so fingers crossed they're wrong. I have a bunch of colour palettes here, but this one just totally took my fancy, so it's not so much the colour palette, just the picture. It's just so Australian. So that's the colour palette. I'm not doing all 5, I'm doing those 4. Fingers crossed I've got them mixed up nicely. We'll see. Yeah, so soap and cool. So I thought I'll mix all the soap ups first with the colours and then hand mix the fragrance in, and if it seizes, it seizes. If it doesn't, then I'll just do some layers. Seriously, these are not the cutest little jokes ever. Oh, no paper towel. Had to forget something. Wouldn't be me if I didn't forget something. So the colour that I've used to get these, for the darker one I used, I don't even know what I've done here. For the darker green I have used Melon Fizzer and Black Pearl, so that's the colour there that I was going for. For this pretty purpley colour I used Wisteria and Cerulean Frost, which is it's darker, but I think because it's going to lighten down once there's soap butter in it. For the I don't know if this is the blue. I have no idea. Oh, I see. Yeah, for the silvery bluey one, that one there, I have used Cerulean, a tiny splash of Melon Fizzer and Silver Lake, and then for this one, which is this one, I have used Melon Fizzer and Silver Lake. So let's have a go and see if they look anything like what they're supposed to. If nothing else, it's to be a different colour palette to what I'm normally used to using, so. Even though I just used green and blue for the last one. Interesting. Oh no, we've swapped everywhere. I do like it. There's not a lot of difference in those greens though. I put this is considerably thicker than I was expecting it to be at this point in time, so that's not good. It is really hot too, so that always contributes to soap thickening up really quick. Now, well, we can only do what we can do. Alright. We nearly lost it. Yep, I think that's going to be really nice. It'll morph to a yucky grey, which is nothing new. There's trendy grandpa over there walking his dog. He's pretty cool. Alright. Well, I'm mostly happy with these colours. Let's put them in order. That one. That one. Except I'm so confused now, I have no idea what's what. So that one, that one. That one. That one, maybe? I have no idea. I feel like this one could be a little bluer or a little greyer. They're very similar. I'm not sure what it needs. Titanium dioxide, but I really don't want to put titanium dioxide in there at this point in time. It's probably not going to make much difference. Get all these out of the way. Straight through the soap cutter. They are really similar. Oh well. There's not much I can do about that now. Because like I said, these are very thick, so alright. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that. So, I might actually do it in the layers that it is. He's hoping. This does actually smell like Australian bush. It smells very much like wattle and what's the things I'm thinking of? Bottle brushes, and you would not mistake it for anything other than Australian bush. Okay. I don't know, it seems to be fine. It's not even thickening. Like, it's not even really thick enough for layers. Whatever. Whatever. I'm going to leave a little bit in all of these. To put on the top. Of course the spoon went in there. Where else would the spoon go? I don't know what this other person was on about then, if they think it's seized. It's not ricing or anything, it's beautiful. Still very liquid. Not sure what to do now. over a spatch and hope it doesn't break through too much. Oh, geez, that's slippery. It is thickening now, but not like unworkably thickening. Unworkably, because that makes any sense. It may be completely useless by the time I come back to it to put it on the top, because it is thickening. Oh, and there's the phone. Of course there's the phone. I don't have time to be on the phone. And he thinks he's got no one who cares about him. Silly kid. Well, was a bit sweet. One of Kurt's mates has rang up and seen if he was okay. How cute is that? So he thinks he has no one who cares about him, and he's just wrong. This is, even if this does not morph back, is an absolutely gorgeous colour. Look at it. It's just, oh, I love it. Oh, gee. Yeah, sorry for the lack of talking. I realised I'm not chatting as much as usual. It's always weird chatting when there's someone in the house. Just want to get these as level as possible, just because the bottom ones are, so the rest may as well be. I'm just interested to see how thick this has gone. You know, it's not, I mean, it's thick, but it's still workable. It's weird. I don't know why anyone thought this was going to seize. I wonder what they were soaking with. Rocks, maybe? That's mean. I shouldn't say that. Especially if the person who made it watches this. They'll be like, oh, she's such a bitch. Well, I am, so, you know. I don't know. I think maybe if you put this in and stick blended it, maybe it might seize. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be a Caesar. A Caesar. Hail Caesar and all that rubbish. I should learn when to shut up, shouldn't I? Alright. One more. This is like the dullest soap I have ever made. Just really not my colour palette. And yet I quite like it. I'm digging the colours, I really am. Oh, sorry camera. Don't know whether I should, because it's thick, so I didn't do any of that last colour in there, did I? Probably should do that. Alright, I think I won't. I think I'm going to leave this. I think I might, I don't know what to do on the top of it. It's one of those ones that it's just, I don't know. But, oh, sorry, cat. I think I've just kicked the cat in the head. Because he's right here, look. Sorry, buddy. Alright, oi, that's the microphone. I don't know why I put these back in here, to be honest. Yeah, see, that one's a bit thicker. Yeah, but still, I mean, they're not like stupid thick. They're just thick. You'd have to, if you were thinking about doing a swirl of any sort, at this point you would be doing a pot swirl. Oh, I've done this wrong, haven't I? Yeah, pretty much. Ah, well, never mind. Never mind. It's warm. The soap. It's quite warm in these little containers. I also didn't quite use 3% either, because there's a little bit left in that bottle, I've just noticed when I poured that last bit in. So yeah, there wasn't exactly 30. I probably used like 25, so I don't know if that would have made, I don't think 5 ml would have made much difference, honestly, at all. But I'll give it another go, because I actually have a big bottle as well. I didn't realise when I ordered it for this particular video, I didn't realise I had a big one. And so I'll make it again, I'll stick blend it and I'll see what happens. Just as an experiment. It'll also be interesting to see how popular this fragrance is, because it's very outdoorsy, but it's very outdoorsy Australia, not anywhere else. It's very Australian, which is not a bad thing. There's a bit of blue not mixed up in the bottom there, I'm seeing. But these are only freebies, so it doesn't matter. It's only an aesthetic thing anyway, so. Alright. Well, that's it. All done. Oh, I think I might have a bit of soap on my foot. Cool, hey. Or it could be a flea. We do have fleas at the moment. Well, the cats have had their flea treatment, so I have fleas at the moment. Oh, shit. Oh, dear. Alright. Now, I'm wondering what to do to this. It's quite nicely set up. I'm wondering if a little bit of this wisteria, just because the leaves in this picture have that kind of purple sheen to them, I'm wondering if a little bit of this sprinkle on the top wouldn't be nice. You know, I might do that. So a bit of blue in it. A little bit of blue. There's my purple spoon. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, that's pretty. It's kind of, it goes nicely with it because it's still got that soft tone. I like it. Is it getting too dark? I don't know. It is for me. But I've got a special light set up, so outdoors. I know this webcam has a feature called bright light, and it just brightens it up. I think it just picks up like the available light or something. Yeah, and it just makes it nice and bright. Like this shirt is really not this bright. It's freaking 7:30 at night. I'm not going to put any of that melon fizzer on there because it's actually quite green. It was only when it was mixed in with the Silver Lake that it wasn't that green, so I don't think I was going to do it, but I don't think I'll do it. I think I'll just do this. I think it's quite nice. There's someone here. I love that colour. It's going to be really interesting to see how this goes, how it morphs, what it does. You know, it's going to be interesting soap, this one. Alright, I'll see you for the cutting. Bye. Oh, tomorrow afternoon. I might have time to do this in the morning. Yeah. Ooh, righto. Bye. Hello. I'm back after a ridiculously long amount of time. Oh, Lordy. I've been asleep. I have been at work. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. But I'm very excited about this soap. It smells like the Australian bush in my house. Walked in the house yesterday afternoon and it was like, oh, that smell. You can just smell it. So I'm a bit excited because I think it's done all right. It's not. If you look at my reference colours, they're not perfect, but I still like the colours, so I don't hate them at all. Something a little bit different. Also, it's a very sweaty soap. Like, it's very wet to the touch. And, you know, it's a layered soap, so it's quite boring. But, I think the colours suit the fragrance quite well. I was telling someone yesterday about this, and I said, oh, I made an Australian bush soap. And they said, oh, does it smell like eucalyptus? And it occurred to me that I don't think eucalyptus is a particularly Australian smell. Now, I guess that's kind of just my thing because, you know, we have 1 or 2 eucalyptus trees in the country, but eucalyptus to me is like Vicks Vapor Rub on your chest, and you know, eucalyptus drops on your pillow at night when you've got a cold. So it's not what I would consider an Australian smell. It's just when I was a sick kid, you know, if I had the cold or something. Not that I was a sick kid generally, but so yeah. So this just, the smell of this is honestly, for me, I couldn't. I would say this is the most Australian thing I've ever smelled. I'm just looking at this purple, and it's actually got, it's glittery inside. So I'm wondering, what did I use? Wisteria. I don't know. It's just, I'm wondering if it's one of the synthetic ones, is what I was wondering, to actually finish that sentence. Just, you know, I have a tendency to not finish sentences. Yeah. So, alright, well, that's it. That's Australiana. You will see that the day it's released in the store is the day that the video is going to hit. So, we've got a whole bunch of things to play with here. This is quite possibly the nicest glitter I've ever seen in my life. Can you see all the colours in that? It's not, I thought, oh, it's just black glitter. It is not just black glitter. It's amazing. I also have 2 synthetic glitters here. And I will be testing these for Amanda sometime in the next couple of days. This one is now called Shamrock Shimmer, because yay, I named it. I cannot for the life remember what this one is called, but I'm going to give these a whirl in soap and see how they go, because she doesn't have time for testing. So yeah, so that should be fun. Hopefully I'll have time to do it tonight, but that's unlikely because it's already 1 o'clock, so I'm going to have to leave at 7. So alright, well, I'll see you for the next video. Bye.